the welcome centers in New York State are either brand new or have been renovated or are under construction. They've become more than rest stops, they're attractions. I'm the NYC Traveler, and we're at the Southern Tier Welcome Center in New York State. When you take a road trip, it is certain that you will need rest stops to fill up the gas tank, to eat, and, well, to rest. We love to experience different rest stops. I'm the NYC Traveler, and we are on the road. As you cross the border from Pennsylvania on I-81 North, New York welcomes you to the region with a premier visitor center. Opening in 2017, this center and other new ones set the standard for travel plazas in New York State. There are some common features that you might see at the larger visitor centers, as well as some features that are at almost all of the rest stops in New York State. The first thing that you might want to do is to take selfies with the two I Love New York signs, one outside and one inside. For many people, the main reason to stop is to use the restrooms. This one gives you a lesson in the environment. Inside, a compost toilet. When you press the button, you won't see water. Outside, instead of the traditional gas pumps, charging for electrical vehicles will be available. When you enter into the lobby, you won't know which way to look. First up at the hanging Corning glass sculpture, or down at the map of the region on the floor, which not only tells you where you are, but what you can find in the Southern Tier. The Welcome Center features attractions and information specific to the Southern Tier through its exhibits. The Corning Museum of Glass, founded by Corning Glass Works. Yep, the same people that makes the famous Corningware kitchenware. The Mark Twain Collection. Twain summered at Quarry Farm, which is not open to the public, but used by scholars researching information about the famous author Mark Twain. A typewriter from L.L. Smith & Brothers, a company that would later merge with Corona to become Smith Corona, which now makes other products in this day of technology. There are bottles of wine and boating and fishing items to honor the Finger Lakes region. Follow the wine trails along Seneca, Cayuga, and other lakes, or take a scenic dinner cruise on one of the lakes. The Finger Lakes region is now one of the United States' most top wine-producing regions. You might be surprised to find a bit of Hollywood here. Ithaca, New York was the capital of silent filmmaking in the 1910s. However, contrary to popular belief, scenes from The Little Rascals were not shot in Ithaca, although Ithacans will tell you so. If you can, with the glass, get a selfie with Maggie, a carousel horse replica, since Binghamton has 6 antique carousels. After the I Love New York sign, one of the most popular selfie spots has to be the Watkins Glen race car outside. Inside, you'll see other race car items, since Watkins Glen was the site of the first American road race after World War II, the grandfather of NASCAR, Daytona, and other areas. You might be hungry after your tour. Instead of the traditional food court, Try A Taste of New York, a feature you will see at many New York State Visitors Centers. The store features products from all over New York State, not just the region that you are in, so you can sample goodies from many areas. Because of this, some snacks are seasonal, and you might not find every single item at every single Taste of New York store. There are also non-food items available. Each store is unique, so have fun shopping. And if the store is not open, vending machines might be available. While you're munching on your goodies and after shopping at A Taste of New York, take a look at the eating area in the shape of a carousel with magnificent views of I-81. The Four Seasons are highlighted here because it will never be boring and your view will always be wonderful. If you haven't fully planned out your trip, get some brochures or talk to the staff member who might be on duty to get some ideas. You can also download the I Love New York app and turn on your locations. And while you're learning about the history and attractions of New York State, look down at the Walk of Fame outside. You might be surprised to see who might have resided in the Southern Tier region. Cartoonist Johnny Hart. Actors Bill Pullman and Mary McDonnell. Tourist David Sedaris. Aviation pioneer Edwin Link. Novelist Brian Williams. NASCAR's Jeff Bodine. Football star Ernie Davis, the first black player to receive the Heisman Trophy. Cornell professor Allison Lurie. Astronaut Eileen Collins. Twilight Zone's creator Rod Serling. Summer resident writer Mark Twain. Scientist and Cornell professor Carl Sagan. An industrialist John D. Rockefeller Sr. Before heading to the car, you and/or the kids can get a little exercise in the themed playground featuring canoes on two major rivers that go through the region, the northern branch Susquehanna River and its tributary, the Shenango River. Also, there is an area for the pets to get a little exercise, and there are outside picnic tables. So take one last look at the magnificent view of I-81, which might change every 5 minutes since this is upstate New York weather, and then finally you're ready to head out and continue your journey. The Southern Tier Welcome Center is always a must-do when traveling upstate New York. I'm the NYC Traveler. This has been Tips for Your Trips. Happy travels.